Welcome to Phase 4 of the WASTE campaign. I'm Jordan, a mentor with Grades of Green, and here's what you need to do to complete the final portion of the WASTE campaign. Submit your 1 to 3 minute campaign video to your mentor by March 27th. Present your video and your solution to your community in person or through social media. Complete the Civic Engagement Worksheet or complete the Publicity Template Worksheet. And last, complete the Results Application Survey by March 27th. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to email your mentor. And now I'm happy to introduce Justin Rudd, the founder and executive director of Community Action Team.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Phase 4 of the WASTE campaign. We are so excited to be engaging you guys in civic engagement. So civic engagement means mobilizing your community and your local leadership in getting support for your issue and getting others to help you to create change. So we're really excited to see all of the amazing impacts you guys have created this semester, and we're really excited to help you to take that next step from creating your idea, starting to implement your goal, and then taking it to that next level of awareness and action. So for our fourth and final webinar, we're really excited to have Justin Rudd with us today. He is the founder and executive director of the Community Action Team in Long Beach, California, and he's also the creator of the monthly 30-minute beach cleanup as well. I'd love to learn a little bit about your story, about what you do, and how you got involved.
I grew up in Southeast Alabama in a small town, and when I was 26 years old, I moved to California. So I've been in Long Beach, California, which is just below Los Angeles, for about 21 years now. And when I moved here, I was a runner. I started running in college, and I was running on the beach, and I was jumping over piles of trash, literally jumping over piles of trash. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, why it was there, and why it stayed there so long. And day after day, in my mind, I was seeing it, and I was saying, I want to do something about this. So I contacted some friends who I knew and asked them to show up on a Saturday. This was 20 years ago, and at 10 o'clock at the end of Granada Avenue here in Long Beach, and 12 friends showed up. And then at the end of 30 minutes, I said, can you come back next month and you all bring a friend with you, and let's help pick up some more of this trash off of our beach.
That's amazing. So you notice, I think a lot of our campaign teams can relate to that. They noticed something in their community, yes, and they decided that they wanted to take action.
So my nonprofit is called Community Action Team, and that is an acronym, CAT. We refer to it as CAT. So we do animal welfare projects like we help to fund spay and neuter programs, and then we do the monthly beach cleanups. We do the National Adult Spelling Bee, the National Kids Spelling Bee, the Long Beach Giving Project, the Long Beach Losers Weight Loss Contest, the sock drive in the month of January, where we collect 14,000 pairs of socks for agencies who serve the homeless. Things that I decided to take action for. So it's one thing to have the idea, like the beach cleanup, and to say, gosh, where's that trash coming from? Or what can I do about it? It's another thing to take the action and actually do something about it. And that's what I've decided to do. And when I came to Long Beach, I had no idea I was going to be leading a nonprofit, that I was going to be organizing beach cleanups and dog parades and other events. But they just have evolved. These are things that I love to do, things that pull at my heartstrings. I want to get my community involved, and I want to be more involved with my community. So I created all of these events, contests, and projects.
So Justin, for the beach cleanups, I'd love to learn a little bit more about how you got those started, and about how you practice civic engagement through that project.
So for the beach cleanup, the first one, I just had asked those 12 friends, and they showed up. And I kept it a brief beach cleanup. I kept it at 30 minutes. And the reason is because they won't be sunburned, or won't be sunburned bad. And then their backs aren't going to hurt at the end of the day, so that they will come back the next time, and they won't be saying, gosh, I hated it because I'm sunburnt and my back hurts. And you keep them wanting more than to have them overdo it the first time and then say, I'm never going to go back again. I have missed only 2 times in the 20 years that we've been doing this. And this month will be our 238th consecutive month. So I've been doing the beach cleanups in Long Beach longer than probably most of these students have been alive.
So it sounds like some really great tips that come out of that is that if you're organizing a community event, to keep it fun and keep it exciting, but then also to make sure that it's really well organized, that everybody knows what to bring, where to meet, and then if you're doing a recurring event, to keep it really consistent. I think that's really cool. So I'd love to learn a little bit about how you've worked with your community and your city, and how civic engagement kind of plays into your work.
So I think it's important, first of all, to network with your community and with the city, to get it all started, and before each event, during the event, and even after the event. So when I first moved to Long Beach, I was working at a PR agency, and I learned what the importance of what a press release was and the importance of a press release. Basically, a press release is just a few paragraphs, maybe even 2 or 3 paragraphs, explaining what it is that you are doing or wanting to do and when it's going to take place. It's basically a who, what, when, where, why kind of a thing. So I'll say, this is from Justin Rudd, my telephone number, my email address is, and then I'll give it a title like the 238th consecutive monthly 30-minute beach cleanup will be this Saturday in Long Beach. Volunteers are sought. And then and I'll make a paragraph saying the time, the place, and then I'll send that to the editors at the local newspapers. I'll send it to schools, to classrooms, or to principals, classrooms who are doing environmental projects, for example, because those are people who are already have in their mind to help the environment. And then I'll also collect email addresses of every single person that comes to our beach cleanup each time. And then for the next month, the week of the cleanup, I will email everybody and say, that cleanup's going to happen this coming Saturday. Can you show up?
So that's great. I mean, that's some great advice. And to our campaign teams that are watching, we actually have a template press release that you guys can use to advertise your own project. And we have some email templates that you can customize if there's specific people that you want to invite to your event. And Justin just had some really great ideas, like making it as specific as possible, in the title and in the content, like when, where, what, how, and then also making sure to include your contact information, as well as, sending out the details like a few days before, because you're right, people don't always plan months ahead in advance. So I think that's great, really great advice.
When I email people, I want to invite that person who had been there before, but not just that person. I say, can you bring someone, or can you bring some people with you? But if you asked a club or an organization, they already have 10 people, and that's one ask. So your numbers can increase very quickly when you're asking groups. Ask your own friends as well. So we get about 150 volunteers on average every single month.
That's amazing. For our teams to be successful in that kind of civic engagement phase?
Yeah, I think it's important, very important, for you or have at least 2 people taking photos and video of you and your event and what's going on. Get close-ups of the volunteers, of the bags, of the trash, and then step back and get the scope of the event. How many people showed up? And show that in a photo. Not just get everybody together at the end into a group shot, but get them in action so that you can use those photographs to share your message so that you can do the event again. It's good to do it one time, but try to do it over and over again.
That's great. And that's true. I think also, even of teams that are, even if they're not putting on an event, but they're giving a presentation, yes. I think great if you have multiple presentations and if you have a plan of, who you're going to present to, when it's going to happen, and, this semester, but then also next semester, in next fall, to re-engage, and there's always new students coming into school who might not know about your project. So I think it's great to have sustainability built into your project as well.
Yeah, and I think it's also good, and maybe you already encourage this, but maybe they're presenting at city council or in front of the school board or even a classroom at school, but maybe record one of those presentations, or just record it and put it up on YouTube, on Facebook, or do a 1 minute on Instagram, a video, and let that be an additional presentation. That's for everybody. It's always going to be there.
That's great. Thank you so much, Justin, for your tips. I think they're going to be super helpful for our teams. I'm really excited to, share with you and share with our wider audience all of the amazing things that they're presenting. So before we say goodbye, do you have any words of encouragement or inspiration for our teams?
I do. So I think the biggest thing is, if you've got an idea, that is wonderful, but you've got to get moving on your idea. Don't keep putting it off, You've got to take some steps and set a date, set a time, and just get going on it. You have to take steps towards making it happen. Don't put it off is my tip for you. And if I can ever assist you listening or helping, giving you some ideas, you're welcome to email me. But you can reach me on Facebook, and you can see our website for the beach cleanup. It's beachcleanup.org.
Thanks so much, Justin. I'll make sure to link the information to your website below.
Okay.
Thank you so much for a great interview, and to all of our campaign teams out there. We're really excited to see your civic engagement phase and to see all of your final results. So thank you so much for watching.